Chicago police officers dragging a high school student down the stairs. Family attorney claims the teenager was later punched and shocked several times with a stun gun.
Police brutality is a huge problem, as we do know. In just 2018 alone, 1,166 people lost their lives to those serving the citizens in their respective districts having a badge number. MappingPoliceViolence.org points out. They also point out this. Last year, there were only 23 days where police did not kill a single person. 23. Remember Colin Kaepernick?
I'm going to continue to stand with the people that are being oppressed. To me, this is something that has to change. And when there's significant change, and I feel like that flag represents what it's supposed to represent, and this country is representing people the way that it's supposed to, I'll stand.
He knelt and sacrificed his entire football career to bring these injustices to light. The late Nipsey Hussle did so as well, using his platform to spread awareness to try and better his own communities and to see the endless potential that those communities had. Black people are 3 times more likely to be killed by police than white people. And now there is this. TheAppeal.org writes, LA sheriff deputies regularly target people with mental illnesses and disabilities for violence, beat LA residents and prisoners alike, and punish those who file abuse complaints, with critics of the department saying violence is being driven in part by the department's white supremacist gang culture that encourages excessive force, particularly against minorities. You see, there's a gang culture in the organizations that try to protect us from gangs and gang culture. Do you see the hypocrisy? So take this for example. Samuel Aldama. In a deposition, he could not answer the simplest of simple questions.
Do you have any ill feelings toward African Americans?
I do, sir.
Via the Los Angeles Times, Aldama acknowledged he and 10 to 20 of his colleagues at the station had these tattoos. A skull with a rifle and a military-style helmet with flames surrounding it. On the helmet are the letters CPT for Compton. He said he got the tattoo in June of 2016, about 2 months before a deadly shooting. And here's the thing. These tattoos carry significance. 7 deputies were fired in 2013 after officers glorified shootings via their signature tattoo, a skeleton holding a revolver. Meaning, whenever a deputy in the group was involved in a shooting, he would earn extra ink of smoke coming out of the gun. The Times discovered there's long been a subculture in the country's largest sheriff's department, dating back to '71. With all this negativity, Nipsey Hussle, as I stated previously, and as you've seen in many of our posts, wanted to better his communities by owning land, investing back in these communities, developing Vector 90, educating the youth on math, science, technology, having a bridge between Silicon Valley and Compton and Crenshaw in the greater LA area. He spoke about it, not just in verbal poetry, but walking the walk and talking the talk by giving back continually over and over and over again. He lived it, he accomplished it, he reinvested, and that is why his legacy is continuing, much like Atlanta's own T.I., who founded Buy Back the Block, a real estate venture that reimagines his old neighborhood one building at a time. I wanted to provide development that would allow people from the area who love the community to be able to afford to stay. Remember this guy?
Killer Mike's in the house.
Woo! Killer Mike partnered with T.I. to purchase the Bankhead Seafood building. Killer Mike has continually used his own voice as well. His philanthropy has sparked rave reviews. He has been honored for his community work with the Bank Black program, Black Teens for Advancement, the Atlanta Fulton Commission on Children, and its program Kids for a Change. Nipsey Hussle left us way too soon. Far too soon. His legacy will always carry on. Whether it is T.I., Chance the Rapper, Killer Mike, Vic Mensa, or countless others that continually try to better their own communities and where they came from. This is what he wanted, to fight gang culture, not just with some of the ones that were inflicted on his youth but also the police injustices that continually haunt these communities all across America.